man in Jordan, a very traditional, sunny and colourful venue for the start of the 12th Jordan International Rally, which is the second round of the Middle East Rally Championship. Lots of local stars driving, but an unusual character, Koen Vink, is here. And we asked him whether he'd done any special preparations for this event. He said, well, I've never been here before, and it's 80% on sand, 20% on tarmac. I'm hoping to make up all the time on the tarmac and then just carry that through the adventure out there in the desert. It's going to be a tough one. Well, the crowd give a big cheer and a round of applause for this man. He's a bit of a star over here, Mohammed bin Sulayem, with the Ford Escort RS Cosworth, co-driven by Philip Mills. A lot of British co-drivers here. 5 times winner of this event, and his main competition coming from the Toyota Celica GT4 of Sheikh Suhail bin Khalifa Al Maktoum. Now then, Koen Vink, happy as a sandboy on the tarmac, if you see what I mean, being co-driven by Van Goor, but you get an idea. In this early part of the rally, there are 2 legs on the first day, 6 stages of tarmac on each leg, and they're relatively short stages between 4 and 11 kilometers. And on the tarmac, the European guys are really going to set down some fast times. Nicolas, for example, in his Mitsubishi Galant. The weather in Jordan at this time of the year is just in the 20s centigrade, quite pleasant during the day, and fairly cool for the night stages. Nicholson, another Mitsubishi entrant. More used to seeing these guys on the roads of Holland and Belgium, of course, including drivers like Freddie Loire from the Belgian Rally Championship, taking his Opel Astra round past some of his fans there. And as the sun starts to set, we move on to the second stage after the Jerash regrouping. 6 more stages, still on tarmac, still relatively short, but you can see quite narrow, quite winding, and quite difficult stages. And as the sun was going down, it became very, very tricky getting ideas of sight lines and distances as well. So the leader after 12 stages at the end of day 1.
Well, tomorrow I think is the day. Tomorrow is my day. Tomorrow where I can go 100%, 110%, no problem.
Well, that'll all be out in the desert with big loops off the main road. And these stages are very different kettle of fish. From Amman all the way down to Petra is the first leg, 5 stages. And they're long too, between 14 and 38 kilometers. So the leader still Al Maktoum, but in second place, chasing hard in a Malcolm Wilson prepared Ford Escort RS is Sulayem. And right behind him, performing well on the first of the desert stages, Koen Vink with the Subaru Legacy. 4th place on the start of day 2 with the Lancia Delta Integrale of the Cyprus entrant Andreas Souvloftas. And down in Group N, the Marlboro team Saudi Arabia, Abdullah Bakhashab entry, co-driven by Bobby Willis, is storming away in Group N, way, way, way out in front. Khalifa retired and Sulayem went into the lead at the end of special stage 13, but on special stage 15 you can see him, a very lonely figure with a blown-up turbo. He made it to the Petra regroup and borrowed another turbo off Mike Little, so he's still in the lead. Nicolas and Joseph Lambert are running extremely well in their Galant. Mitsubishi going well here in Jordan. They're currently in 6th position. And it's not surprising from the terrain that some of the damage is starting to creep into the teams now. But there's also damage coming from other sources too. Stone throwing from onlookers and local hooligans, creating quite a lot of problems in some of the northern regions of Jordan. This is the Galant VR4 of Belgian Guy Coulsol and Eddie Paquay, prepared by Mitsubishi Rally Art Holland, and they've done a great job because he's running up in the top 10 as well. you can't prepare for, and as we go on board with old-timer Guy Coulsol, he incurs a problem. You can hear that. He picks up a puncture and loses some more valuable time. So coasting in home, we get a chance to have a chat with Nicholas Min.
It's going not too bad. We discovered the stage. We didn't confirm the notes. So in this stage, we only take notes. So we have to be very careful. It's very difficult, very hot.
Well, it's even more difficult for this guy. Koenvink standing alone in the desert. So yeah, I've had some problems with overheating. And we got special cooling on the engine, cooling system, but we got oil into the cooling system. And rather than get stuck somewhere out in the desert and really be alone, we thought it best to stop here and play safe. Someone else playing safe, Ahmed Al-Shaban, who had a puncture, and it shows what the temperatures are like here because the tyre, the rubber caught on fire. So out came the fire extinguisher, and he and Tom Steele are just changing the wheel. 6 times Middle East rally champion in the lead, and nothing can stop he and Philip Mills now with their immaculately prepared Escort RS Cosworth, performing even in these very iffy conditions. The top 3 cars being co-driven by Brits, but the pace notes weren't right here, look. And Khalifa Al-Multawi gets that slightly wrong, but he's okay with Dave Nicholson in the passenger's seat. Just one small lapse of concentration, and it could have been all over for the United Arab Emirates Toyota Celica. You can see what it'd be like if you went off the road here. Really no hiding place. Abdullah Bakasab, co-driven by Bobby Willis, the Saudi Arabian Galant VR4 entry, still leading Group N. Suloftas held second place for a while when Khalifa and Vink retired, but he dropped 3 minutes just before Petra with a puncture. He's now holding on to 4th position. He's also got a bent track rod end as well. Well, local knowledge certainly paying off for Bashar Bustami and Malek Hariri, who are in 5th position in their 4x4 Cosworth. And what a great drive by Nicholas Min and Lambert in these extreme conditions to hang on to a 6th place. And the European boys going well. This is another Japanese entry, the Mazda 323 GTR of the Belgian couple, Jos Boon and Daniel Sonck. And as the sun sets over the desert, Guy Coulsol drives excellently into a 10th position. So for the 5th time in his rallying career, the Dubai star Mohammed